In the last video, we left Wathumba Creek heading for Rooney's. The weather was magnificent. You really couldn't get it much better. The next day it rained all day. We caught some fresh drinking water, which is always nice, and we had a complete day of rest. Tomorrow we'll return to Wathumba. It's so hard to judge the depth of this water. It is actually 1.5 metres deep. The sky is still heavy, but at least it's not raining. It's nice to see some blue sky and sunshine again. This is the campground right at the end of the peninsula at Wathumba. It's a very popular spot, particularly during school holidays. This would have to be one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. Another beautiful morning. I don't know if it's a fog, but there's nothing showing up on the radar. But it's been raining. Hopefully it will lift. It's always nice to be able to get off the boat and go for a walk. We haven't seen any dingoes this time. It's been very quiet. There were thousands of tiny soldier crabs on the sand. Every time I moved, they'd bury themselves. So I stood still, very still, and they all came out again. From what I've read, the soldier crab's breeding period is toward the end of summer. The females carry their fertilised eggs under their abdomen for approximately 1 month. When the eggs are ready to hatch, the female releases them into the water as swimming larvae. They then float around as plankton. They eventually come ashore as tiny little crabs. I was totally intrigued and I watched them for quite a while. I don't know if you can see this, but it's a huge stingray right beside the anchor.
In less than a foot of water.
Will almost stood on it. They're so hard to see and they don't always move.
Over here. Look at that. Didn't even move, eh?
No. It's got a huge barb. You'd be in a huge amount of trouble if you got a stingray barb in the foot or the leg. You've always got to watch where you walk. He's a beautiful one.
Watch out, he doesn't get cranky with you.
The tide's on the rise, and the tannin-coloured water always makes for good reflections. The cloud is lifting, and what an amazing sky. Will's off to get some water from the campground. He's a bit of a hoon, hey? I believe this is a flathead mark. If it is, it's huge. Comparing it with my foot, it's a big one. Unlike most crabs, soldier crabs walk forward or backward rather than sideways. They seem to have an internal clock that syncs them perfectly with the rising and the falling of the tide. When the tide starts to rise, they bury themselves. As the tide falls, they come out to feed. They sift through the sand for organic matter, and they do a great job of keeping the sand flats clean. We once collected some soldier crabs for bait, and we put them in a bucket of sand. Even though they were in the bucket, they still came out to feed at low tide, and then when high tide came, they buried. It was amazing. My very favourite thing, chasing soldier crabs. Aren't they amazing? So many of them. It's blowing a light northerly today. Can you see the stingray there? Makes it hard with the ruffled water. But there's 1, 2, 3, another one there, 4, another one there, 5.
These stingrays amaze me. They're about in 10 centimetres of water here, and they know that the tide's not going to go out any further today. There's another one there hiding, a bit hard to see. And yet we have another one up here that's all covered up. They know they're going to be safe here. Tomorrow the tide's going to be lower and they would be stranded here. Now up here we got some more. Now, if you look carefully, you can see this one's tail. I won't get any closer. I don't want to disturb him. You can see there, there's his eye, about in the middle of the screen, and there's his tail down there. You could easily stand on that one. Now we go up a bit further, and there's 2 more. These guys, I disturbed them a little bit earlier. They were, so they're a little bit nervous now. They don't really like me being here. Little toadfish swimming around. Here we go. He's off. Yep. He's looking for a bit deeper water. Yep. He's a bit of a panic merchant, this one. Doesn't quite know where to go. He's panicking. He'll get his mate panicking in a minute. You've got to be very careful where you walk around here. Yeah, he's finally got through into another section. He's back again. Stirred his mate up. They're so funny. They know they can't get out to sea because further down there's rapids sort of thing. It's shallower. So they are stuck here until the tide comes in. And they do all this calculation without a computer or a calculator or timetables. Tide tables, I mean.
These are cowtail stingrays. They can grow quite large, reaching up to about 3 metres in length and about 1.5 metres in width. They're probably well fed here on yabbies and soldier crabs. They're generally fairly docile, but if you stood on one, they'd use their barb in self-defence. That one's really well hidden. We're feeding Mr. Pelican. I think his beak can hold more than his belly can. There's a storm coming and it's heading for us. Will's just attaching the lightning conductor. We've already unplugged all of our instruments. Hopefully we won't get struck. Seeing as it's high tide, we've let the stern line go so that we face head to wind. One of the campers' tents ended up in the trees. Well, we all got through that one. It was mainly wind, not much rain at all. It's a very stormy evening. Looks like there could be more on the way. Very thankful we're on the boat and not camping in tents. After the storm, one of the campers shared this striking image of Balisi. What a shot! We'll leave you here with some nice drone footage that Will took. Join us next time when we visit Breaksea Spit, the northern tip of Fraser Island.